Madison. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
I get a phone call from him. He says, "It's on fire. It's on fire. The tattoo place is on fire."
We're learning new details about a fire and a deadly crash that happened within minutes of each other in Madison this morning. A deadly motorcycle crash blocked 2 westbound lanes on the Beltline near Seminole Highway for about 2 hours. Around the same time, crews responded to a fire at a tattoo parlor on a Beltline frontage road very near the site of that crash. Investigators have determined those 2 incidents are connected. Our Catherine Merck joins us live at the scene of the fire with an update from police. Catherine?
Eric, within the last hour, fire crews have left the scene of this tattoo shop, and this is the site that would eventually connect police to a crash that happened on the Beltline earlier today that was indeed deadly. This is the scene of this fire from earlier today. Neighbors we spoke with nearby said they saw a man on his motorcycle leave the site this morning. Police told us a 71-year-old man died after driving a motorcycle the wrong way down the off-ramp to the Beltline at Seminole Highway and into ongoing traffic just after 6:30 this morning. The Madison Police Department spoke with us this afternoon to talk about the factors that led to determine these 2 events were connected.
Several things kind of led us to believe that they may have been been linked together. The timing of everything. You also had a motorcycle that was heading into oncoming traffic, and then the owner of the motorcycle, or the motorcycle was registered to the owner of that tattoo shop.
The name of the man was not released as police wait to hear from the medical examiner, and an investigation into that crash is ongoing. At the scene of this fire, it's being investigated as an arson right now. Reporting live in Madison, I'm Catherine Merck, News 3 Now.
Catherine, thank you. Let's get a look at your first warn forecast. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti out on the weather patio. Gary?
Very nice day today across southern Wisconsin. Skies are partly sunny and temperatures are comfortable. Let's start out by taking a look at visible cloud track. You can see lots of sunshine across the state. Nearest rain is really well to our north and west. There have been a few sprinkles up in northern Wisconsin earlier today, but for the most part, things are pretty quiet. Low temperatures this morning, a little chilly. Here in Madison, we dropped to 52 degrees, but it was in the 40s again, north and west of the Dells. 43 in Camp Douglas, 44 the overnight low temperature in Black River Falls. But right now, temperatures are in the upper 70s to around 80 degrees, a couple degrees cooler closer to Lake Michigan, but as the lake warms up, that difference is not nearly as pronounced as it was even a month ago. Current temperatures across Dane County, 79 right now in Verona, 79 in Madison, 80 degrees in Middleton. Otherwise, look for skies to become mostly clear this evening. Temperatures dropping off into the upper 60s by late evening. Later on, I'll take a look at a forecast. It does include some rain, but also includes some heat and humidity as we head into next week.
Gary, thank you. New at 5, a man accused of shooting another man on State Street last year has now been arrested. 41-year-old Lamar Jefferson charged with attempted intentional homicide and possessing a firearm as a convicted felon. He was arrested in Milwaukee and booked into the Dane County Jail yesterday afternoon. The charges stem from an incident that happened last November. Jefferson accused of shooting a man several times on State Street about a week after the 2 allegedly got into a fight. The victim survived but had to undergo surgery because of the extent of his wounds. It's unclear when Jefferson will make his initial court appearance. Meanwhile, Middleton police are looking for a man who they say robbed a teenager at gunpoint over the weekend. Officers say the 16-year-old was walking near North Gateway Street and Charing Cross Lane around 10 Saturday night when a man emerged from some bushes, pulled out a gun, and demanded her wallet before running from the scene. The teen was not hurt. The suspect, described as a thin black male, about 6 feet tall, cornrow-style hair and a short beard. Anyone with information is asked to call Middleton Police. That number there at the bottom of your screen. First Student is expanding its operations in Wisconsin. The transportation service provider announced today it is acquiring the assets from Badger Bus Lines. That move comes just months after First Student beat out Badger Bus to become the Madison School District's transportation contractor under a binding purchase agreement. First Student will acquire Badger Bus's student and paratransit services in the Madison area. Badger Bus Line says First Student will be offering jobs to current Badger Bus employees.
We're hoping that the employees will just transfer from Badger Bus to First Student. Those jobs will still be intact. There will be no net loss of jobs, and virtually everyone will be offered their same job that they had before.
And Badger Bus Lines will continue to operate its coach, charter, and truck repair services. First Student's acquisition of Badger Bus Lines school buses and paratransit buses is expected to close later this summer. Wisconsin is joining a nationwide effort to crack down on illegal robo-scam calls. Today, attorneys general around the country, including Wisconsin's Josh Kaul, launched Operation Stop Scam Calls. The joint operation is in partnership with the Federal Trade Commission and the Wisconsin Department of Ag Trade and Consumer Protection. Officials say the operation will target telemarketers, their employers, and groups that collect and provide consumer phone numbers to robocallers. The crackdown will also go after service providers who officials allege are responsible for facilitating billions of robocalls every year. Today, the Goodman Center announced a new internal minimum wage of $20 per hour for all employees. All current staff, excluding senior leadership, saw a wage adjustment on their last paycheck, with some staff receiving up to an additional $5 per hour. According to MIT's living wage calculator, a living wage in Dane County to support a single adult with no children is $18.02 an hour. When just one child is added to the mix, that number goes up to $39.44.
Now that Goodman has that living wage, it means that people don't have to choose between passion and life, and that they can make a decision that's best for them.
Staff will also have access to financial literacy education and guidance on how to take full advantage of Goodman's exceptional benefits that include outstanding health care, 5 weeks of paid time off, generous retirement matching, free child care, and much more. A pre-trial hearing was held today in Donald Trump's classified documents case, and the Justice Department may be close to indicting him on other charges. The former president posted on social media today that he received a letter informing him that he is a target of a Justice Department investigation into efforts to undo the results of the 2020 presidential election. That investigation is looking into attempts by Trump and his allies to block the transfer of power to Joe Biden leading up to the January 6th insurrection. The letter usually informs the target that he or she has a right to appear before the grand jury.
It is the best and clearest indication we have that this investigation is really nearing its final moments.
Allies of Trump called the latest development politically motivated. The former president pleaded not guilty last month to 37 criminal counts, including the willful retention of national defense secrets, making false statements, and conspiracy to obstruct justice. President Biden welcomed Israeli President Isaac Herzog to the White House this afternoon. And while the meeting reaffirms America's commitment to Israel's security, Herzog's position back home is largely ceremonial. And it's an invitation that was not given to the head of the country's right-wing government, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, a leader who President Biden has known for years. Netanyahu's hardline nationalist coalition has sparked months of protests as it tries to overhaul the judicial branch and expand settlements in the occupied West Bank. President Biden did speak to Netanyahu over the phone on Monday and offered to meet later this year. Russia's decision to pull out of a deal allowing for the export of grain from Ukraine shocked global markets this week. The collapse of the agreement threatens to increase the cost of food. Gloria Passamino tells us millions around the world and the U.S. could soon feel the impact.
As the fighting continues in Ukraine, Russian President Vladimir Putin announcing his decision to withdraw from a deal brokered by the UN and Turkey to allow grain exports from Ukraine through the Black Sea.
What Russia is doing now is striking at the political stability of many countries.
Ukraine is known as Europe's breadbasket, and it accounts for 10% of the world wheat market.
Ukraine is one of the major grain producers in the world, and countries in Africa and the Middle East in particular depend on receiving that grain.
The move sparking outrage.
It's unacceptable to hold hostage the hungriest people in the world because of some power play and aggression carried out by Moscow.
And dire warnings.
Hundreds of millions of people face hunger, and consumers are confronting a global cost of living crisis, and they will pay the price.
Here in the U.S., experts say people are largely shielded from the direct impact of higher grain prices due to strong domestic production. But the economy is not immune.
The U.S. is looking relatively strong on a global basis, but I do think that some of these sort of shocks, global supply chain shocks, could continue to reverberate and create that uncertainty.
While inflation is cooling overall, energy and food prices still remain stubbornly high, and the U.S. Federal Reserve is poised to hike interest rates yet again. In New York, I'm Gloria Passamino reporting.
Excitement is building in the soccer community. The Women's World Cup returns this Thursday with the U.S. team taking on Vietnam on Friday. Our Kyle Pozorski joins us live with how people in Madison will enjoy the match. Kyle?
Well, Eric, it only comes around every 4 years, and this Friday, Fort Madison FC will be hosting a watch party here at Stevens Field. Previously, Fort Madison FC hosted watch parties, but not anything like they will be doing this Friday. They plan to utilize their brand new video board, which was installed earlier this year for people to view the match with others who enjoy the sport of soccer.
We've had bigger screens kind of rolled in and stuff for Bucks watch parties or something like that, but we've never utilized our own video board for, watch party. And so our new one gives us the capability to do so, and we thought it would be the perfect time to kind of roll it out.
Fans can come down and bring blankets to lay on the turf. They say it's all a part of building the soccer community in Madison beyond just the regular matches. Right now, 2 watch parties are scheduled on this Friday and then another next week, Wednesday. Fridays will take place at 8 p.m. and it'll be free to the public. But then Wednesdays, when that comes up next week, you will have to have a ticket to the game here at Stevens Field, which will take place before the watch party. Reporting here in Madison, Kyle Bzarski, News 3 Now.
All right, Kyle, thank you. Coming up, Gary has our latest complete forecast. Plus, air quality continues to be a concern for millions across the country. We'll have an update on those conditions. And checking the markets in Tuesday trading reveals a 367-point surge for the Dow. The NASDAQ jumps 109, the S&P adds 32. We'll be right back.
This summer, happiness is a new Chevy. You can go farther, tow more, and bring along everyone you love. Your road to happiness begins in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab LT Turbo Max pickups, or current Chevy owners get $5,750 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
Attention, Wisconsin veterans.
I'm Tony Evers, the governor of Wisconsin. If you are a veteran struggling to pay for rent, utilities, or other life-sustaining services, I want you to know that the Veterans Rental Assistance Program is here to help. So call 833-WISC-VRAP or visit vrapwi.com. You've always been there for us. We want you to know that we're here for you.
It's Champion Windows' 70th anniversary sale, and we're giving the presents to you. Right now, get 40% off new windows, plus pay nothing for 18 months. And we're giving away $70,000 in our home makeover giveaway. 70 years of designing, building, installing, and guaranteeing Champion Comfort 365 windows direct from our factory to your home. Don't wait. Get 40% off windows today. Call or schedule your free estimate online 24/7 at getchampionwindows.com.
Creating family memories is what Maple Leaf Landscaping is all about. We design and build outdoor spaces that bring people together. Landscaped spaces for any size family. Functional, beautiful, a place everyone will enjoy. And it all starts with a free visit at your home by one of our landscape experts. So call Maple Leaf Landscaping today and have us create an outdoor living space for your home.
Madison Magazine Summer Restaurant Week is here. Participating restaurants will provide a 3-course meal starting at $30 featuring wine and more starting July 23rd through the 28th. For a list of participating restaurants, menus, and details, visit MadisonRestaurantWeek.com. It's a perfect opportunity to sample some of Madison's local restaurants. Don't miss Madison Magazine's Summer Restaurant Week 2023. Presenting sponsor, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund. Supporting sponsor, Bergstrom Cadillac and Chevrolet. Wine sponsor, Delicato and Frederick Wildman.
Wisconsin soccer fans are getting ready for the FIFA Women's World Cup. News 3 Now previews the matchups and upcoming watch parties.
Plus, we take a closer look at the plans for Madison's own women's soccer team. That's tonight at 6.
News 3 Now's Call for Action team gets results.
We're taking action for you.
Nearly 700 cases closed, more than $500,000 recovered, and we're not finished yet. When you need help, call for action only on News 3 Now. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
As the wildfires in Canada continue to blow hazardous smoke into the United States, air quality remains a top concern. Natalie Brand shows us how federal and local monitoring stations are helping advise Americans on when to limit time outdoors.
A thick haze is once again blanketing U.S. landmarks from the nation's capital to the Badlands in South Dakota. Smoke from Canada's wildfires is wreaking havoc on U.S. air quality.
You kind of get the perfect storm sometime where you get a big fire and you get the wind blowing right over that and bringing that smoke downwind.
Chet Wayland is the director of the EPA's Air Quality Assessment Division, which runs airnow.gov, posting color-coded alerts for each zip code.
The states send the data to us. We process the data in real time.
Data is collected hourly from thousands of monitoring sites nationwide, like this one in Washington, D.C. Based on Tuesday's readings, the EPA estimates more than 60 million people are facing forecasts considered unhealthy for sensitive groups. Health experts warn that tiny pollutants can be harmful.
It's small, it penetrates deep into the lungs, and that affects your health overall.
Are we going to be dealing with this until the fires are out?
We will probably have some impact from this ongoing as long as the fires are burning.
U.S. firefighters are helping on the front lines of Canada's worst fire season with specialized hotshot teams and smoke jumpers. Around 2,000 federal firefighters have been deployed in rotations since May. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
And about 400 firefighters are currently on the front lines. Sensitive groups should consider wearing a mask outdoors. Excessive heat gripping much of the country this week, straining California's power grid as well. Arizona communities are dealing with now 19 consecutive days and counting above 110 degrees. In California, residents are being urged to conserve and keep their thermostats at 78 degrees to avoid a potential blackout. Let's get a look at your first warn forecast for us. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti now. Gary?
Well, that heat is really expanding across the southern part of the United States. You can see mid to upper 90s through the Gulf Coast region and triple-digit heat through much of Texas, as far north as Kansas and as far west as parts of Arizona. Our part of the country actually looking pretty good right now, at least temperature-wise. But you factor in the humidity, and it feels like it's into the triple digits through much of the southern part of the United States. New Orleans feels like it's 108 degrees, even though the air temperature is 95. So you can see there are excessive heat warnings and heat advisories pretty much for much of the southern third of the country. And these might need to be expanded northward with time as that heat continues to build, especially as we head into next week. In fact, the 8 to 14-day temperature outlook from the Climate Prediction Center just released today, taking us through August 1st, calls for above normal temperatures for the entire lower 48 states. That's something you very rarely see. And guess where the highest probabilities of above normal temperatures are? From Texas through much of the central and northern part of the United States. Precipitation expected to be above normal to our east and to our west, where there could be a few scattered thunderstorms. Southern and western parts of the country expected to see below normal precipitation. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. Look for warm weather to return for tomorrow, with temperatures back in the lower 80s and will be in the low to mid 80s through the weekend. As far as rain chances are concerned, probably the best chances will be Wednesday night and then again Sunday afternoon, Sunday night, with just some slight chances either side of those time periods. But for the most part, the precipitation is going to be spotty, as you would expect this time of year. And then as we head into next week, it'll be hot with high temperatures near or above 90 degrees, and with more humidity, we could be looking at heat index readings here between about 95 and 100, and there's very little rain in the forecast at that time. Right now, a few showers up through Door County. Much of the Midwest, the upper Midwest is quiet. We'll see some thunderstorms develop tomorrow. Storm Prediction Center actually has a level 1 or marginal risk of severe thunderstorms north and west of Madison. Later tomorrow night, hail and gusty winds would be the main threat. The higher probabilities, the level 2 or slight risk from western Wisconsin into parts of Iowa. So that'll stay to our north and west. Planning your night for tonight, look for a low temperature of 57 in Dalyville, 58 in Cross Plains, and 58 degrees in Windsor, with mainly clear skies. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin, 55 for the low in Janesville, 60 in Monroe, and 52 in Camp Douglas. They were in the 40s last night. For tomorrow, look for a high temperature of 83, partly sunny skies, just a slight chance for a shower or thunderstorm during the day. Future track precipitation, and this literally has just updated in the last few minutes. It's now calling for the best chances of rain through Thursday morning, staying across Minnesota and Iowa, and everything kind of fizzling as it pushes into southern Wisconsin. So our rain chances in the short term from tomorrow into tomorrow night and Thursday have actually gone down. That's actually good news for concerts on the square, which we've had delays the last couple of weeks. So as we look at our first warn 7 to 10-day forecast, high temperatures, lower 80s through Friday, mid 80s for the weekend. Again, another chance for thunderstorms Saturday night, but the better chances Sunday afternoon and Sunday night, and maybe lingering into Monday morning. After that, the rain chances go away and the temperatures go up. As we look at first warn traffic right now, the Beltline looking pretty good. Just a bit of a slowdown around Monona Drive. Stoughton Road seeing some slowdown slowdowns north of the Beltline. As far as travel times are concerned, 23 minutes on the eastbound Beltline from University Avenue to the interstate, 15 minutes going back in the westbound direction. Heading out of Madison, 26 minutes from the Beltline at Janesville on I-3990, 17 minutes Middleton to Sauk City on US 12, downtown to Sun Prairie, a little elevated time there, 22 minutes. That's your News 3 Now First Warn traffic.
Gary, thank you. Construction at the Fitchburg Senior Center is now underway for a brand new patio there. It'll be located near the main Senior Center entrance, along with added space. There will also be a shade structure, plantings, and seating for approximately 16. That patio being funded solely by donations. They hope to have the grand opening in September. Next at 5, we'll head to northern Wisconsin, where a unique barn has become a bit of a tourist attraction. It's just ahead. Stay with us.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Fry Construction invites you to celebrate summer with our hot summer sale. We're talking about hot savings of 23%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 3 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Get on board for our hot summer sale. Save 23% off gutters with any full roofing or siding project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
This summer, happiness is a new Chevy. You can go farther, tow more, and bring along everyone you love. Your road to happiness begins in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on select popular Chevy SUVs when you finance with GM Financial. Plus, make no monthly payments for 90 days. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Wish you had help getting things done. Same. So I got Spectrum One. It's fast internet, unlimited mobile, and advanced Wi-Fi, all for a great price. Want it? Here's the number.
Call 833-784-4999 to get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Spectrum Internet delivers the fastest download speeds in the nation.
Which helps me run all of this easily. Kids checkups? Scheduled. Work? Bust. Treat dispenser? Treating. And since I'm always on this, unlimited mobile is a no-brainer. Work.
Switch to Spectrum One. 300 megabit internet, unlimited mobile, and advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced security.
Spectrum One. Gets it done.
Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi, and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Call 833-784-4999. Visit Spectrum.com or stop by a store today.
Hi, my name's AJ Tackett with Third Day Farms, and this is my John Deere. So we farm corn and soybeans. It's a family operation. When I hear Sloan's, I think of the people. I mean, like I said, everybody here has bent over backwards for us. They have multiple stores, so if they don't have a part, the turnaround on getting parts or getting what you need is super fast. From parts to service to sales, they go out of their way to help you out. And this is why I think Sloan's first.
You've got this. You didn't think your sister would take you up on the dog sitting offer, but here you are. Barriers? Purchased. Doggy distractions? No expense spared. Yeah, you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with $50 overdraft grace zone. So when you have to make a purchase, or 7, to prepare, you can be sure we're looking out for you, so you can look out for him. You've got this with Associated Bank.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
It is cliche, but true. One man's trash is another man's treasure. In Wausau, there's a particular barn that's become a selfie moment for some. Dale Ryman shows us how one man turned his old barn into an unofficial historical marker.
When driving along Highway 52 in and out of Wausau, you'll pass by this barn.
Well, I bought it in the early 1990s.
One corner at a time.
Reinforced solid with steel beams.
Dick Week has rebuilt the old barn.
Basically did everything by myself, and it was completely overcome by brush, and you could hardly see the barn.
A self-described old guy with a bad habit of collecting.
Tractor collection, old car collection, bamboo fly rod, wood canoes, you name it, just about anything.
Including the antique signs that decorate it today.
I tried to get all porcelain, but they get really, really expensive.
Approximately 115 signs hang on 3 sides. Each one has a story, starting with number 1.
On that end there is a Texaco sign, and it was one of the first signs I bought. It's about 6 feet tall. It's porcelain, and I got it on an Iola. And we had 2 guys go up the ladder, and then we had 2 guys inside with a rope that got it up there.
On the inside, the barn is used for storing items from Dick's hobbies, top and bottom.
This is full of signs and vehicles down here. I have signs all over there. Behind this, I have 3 VW.
Definitely his baby, yeah.
When Linda married Dick last year, she knew what came with their union.
I think it's great. You know, you need to have something to, you know, fill your time that you enjoy.
The tour through the past continues beyond the barn, a graveyard, if you will, for old gas station signs.
Never had a inkling that that's how it would turn out.
Then there's the rusted out fire truck, an ode to his 24 years as a volunteer fireman with the town of Wausau. Now at 73, the retired teacher is done adding signs to his property and says he'll enjoy it for what it is.
Texaco sign that I paid $50 for, they're asking $3,000 or $4,000. And every month there are auctions nationwide where they just sell. I mean, people have huge collections, thousands and thousands of dollars they pay for signs, and I'm not in that league.
So keep in mind, what's old to you would be new to someone else.
Before you think about throwing something in the garbage, somebody might enjoy it.
That was Dale Ryman reporting. Their most memorable visit came when a couple stopped by from Tomahawk. The husband had been battling Alzheimer's, but he enjoyed the sign so much and talking with the Weeks, he came out of his shell and was able to continue the conversation with his wife on their way home. And we're back with the final check of your First Warn forecast after a short break.
A biker must always be on alert. If you've been injured, call Gruber Law Offices. We'll fight for the compensation you deserve. And there's never a fee until we win. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Set summer in motion with the most electrifying Honda vehicles yet. Like the CR-V and the Accord. Both with available hybrid powertrains. Designed to deliver more thrilling performance and more innovative tech. Make every adventure more electrifying with Honda, the most awarded brand in Car and Driver 10 Best history. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Don't wait until the weekend to enjoy a thick charbroil steak made to your liking. Make a weeknight steak night at High Point Steakhouse, Southern Wisconsin's premier supper club. Well worth the short drive to Ridgeway.
Wish you had help getting things done. Same. So I got Spectrum One. It's fast internet, unlimited mobile, and advanced Wi-Fi, all for a great price. Spectrum helps me run all this easily. Work, bust. Treat dispenser, treating. And since I'm always on this, unlimited mobile is a no-brainer.
Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month plus advanced Wi-Fi and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Call 833-802-4999 or visit spectrum.com today.
Keep your home's exterior beautifully protected with Menard's great selection of exterior stains. Dutch Boy's exterior stain and sealer is dirt and scuff resistant to preserve the wood's natural beauty and begins repelling rain in just 4 hours after application. A gallon of transparent is $30.89. Plus, save 11%. Try Cabot premium stains and finishes for unbeatable quality and protection against weathering on your exterior wood surfaces. Australian timber oil is $49.98 a gallon plus save 11%.
Save big money at Menards.
There's nothing better than a great night's sleep on a new Beauty Rest mattress from Steinhoffels. Right now, Beauty Rest Queen mattresses start at just $299. Or upgrade to the luxury and comfort of a Beauty Rest Black. Queen Beauty Rest Black mattresses start at just $49 per month when you use Steinhaffel's special 72-month financing. Plus, you get $300 in Steinhaffel's cash. Steinhaffel's is your sleep solution destination. Shop in-store or online at steinhaffels.com.
I'm saving with Liberty Mutual, Mom. They customize your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. You could save $700 just by switching.
Oh, let me put a reminder on my phone. On the top of the pile.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
After a serious motorcycle crash, don't trust the insurance company. Call Gruber Law Offices first. We've been representing injured bikers for over 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
We've got a lot of news to cover tonight. Summer travel season is in full swing. Our Money Watch tonight looks at why many vacation properties are empty. That's right. And the tips you need to get a good deal on a rental home. Tonight on the CBS Evening News.
And Gary rejoins us once again. Final check of the forecast.
Yeah, right now looking pretty good out there. Take a look at the live view from the WISC-TV Skycam. Partly sunny skies, comfortable weather out there. Platteville, Queen Bee Radio Skycam. Just a few cumulus clouds. That's what you like to see this time of year. As far as Doppler track, not much in the way of precipitation. A few sprinkles up toward Door County, but that's pretty much about it. Now, tomorrow there'll be some showers and thunderstorms, mainly to our north and west. Storm Prediction Center does have at least an outside chance of a strong to severe thunderstorm north and west of Madison. This will more likely be tomorrow night with gusty winds and hail being the main threats, but some of the very latest computer model information shows that most of the storms may stay to the west in Minnesota and Iowa and not even reach us at all. So that's something we're just going to keep an eye on. Of course, concerts on the square tomorrow. Right now, I'm thinking pretty good weather for that. 79 right now in Madison, around 80 near the Wisconsin River, mid-60s or mid-70s closer to Lake Michigan. Here in Dane County, pleasant 79 in Sun Prairie, 80 in Waunakee, and 81 in Sauk City. Look for skies to become mostly clear this evening. Temperatures dropping off into the upper 60s by late evening. So a nice evening out there.
All right, couple in a row. Very comfortable temperatures. Gary, thank you. We're back in 30 minutes for News 3 now at 6. Stay tuned now for the CBS Evening News.